Lovan Nilfgaard, habe Moritz med sine rapporten. Welcome to another video about soldiers' equipment. Today, the Nilfgaardian uniform, exactly Nazari field coat. We already made a few videos about armors, helmets, pauldrons and other stuff, but now let's focus on what's underneath the armor. So the clothing, padding and another layers, which not only gives you another protection, but also gives the distinctive look of Nilfgaardian soldier. So, the Nazari field coat. It is actually a paddy jacket. It maybe not looks like it, because there are no typical stitching for a paddy jackets, but it is a layered coat. There are multiple layers of fabric, which gives you additional protection and also keeps the weight really low. So it is a good piece of gear. Myself, I'm wearing the version of the uniform which was first ever made in a Nazari Brigade project. It is a simple coat from just 2 layers. It is still functional, but a little bit aging. This, on the other hand, is fully functional field coat, paddy jacket for a Nazari soldier. Let's talk about how it is exactly made. And at first that means the pattern. As a base, we took late 15th century patterns for coats or paddy jackets. This thing is made from kind of 8 pieces. The body is from 4 parts, then you have 2 sleeves, and the collar, which is also from 2 parts. So we have like 2 symmetrical halves, if you can say. So the medieval late 15th century pattern here on the photo, and our Nazari uniform. It has many similar features. Actually, they are pretty similar. The body is constructed from 4 parts, 2 at the front and 2 at the back. And the pattern should follow the line of your body as close as possible. The chest, the belly and the hips, because you need to mount the cuirass over it, so no folds. Another feature, the sleeves are connected above the shoulder, because the shoulder joint should be in the sleeve. That allows you good movement. It is really important. If you can't raise your arm, it is a problem for a soldier. So the construction of the sleeve, that the seam is behind the shoulder joint, it gives you good movement. Really important. Another feature is a collar. It is shaped in triangle because around this point your spine tends to stand out from your back. So this triangle shape follows it and makes perfect fit. As you can see, we are still talking about our Holy Trinity: protection, weight and mobility. And the Nazari paddy jacket or field coat fulfills all of those 3 principles. Also, it can feature connection points like with strings on which you can connect elbow protection, shoulders or other plates. You can wear mail over it, you can wear cuirass over it. It is a basic layer and it fulfills the needs of Nazari soldier. So this is the field coat or paddy jacket as we use it in Nazari Brigade project. The main inspiration was a real history, the pattern and also the construction, because it is the most functional, which of course means it is the best. From the book descriptions, the Black Infantry, the Nilfgaard is described like that and often referred like that. We took the basic color. It is a black wool, or for summer uniforms it could be linen. Let's now talk a little bit about the CD Projekt Red adaptation and visual, and also about the Netflix. With the CD Projekt, it looks absolutely fine. Of course, it is a 3D model, so we don't exactly see the layering and exact pattern. That's why we choose to create our own pattern based on the historical paddy jackets patterns. But overall, it looks functional, and also we took the inspiration for the decoration on the sleeves and also on the pants. With the Netflix, especially first season, I don't want to call those things armors because they are not, but also the clothing underneath those things. It looks like more modern sports gear, especially in the first season. You can exactly see the modern hoods for skiing. Not a good visual. The layering of our uniforms. They are constructed from 4 layers. 2 linen and 2 wool. For a winter, if we made especially winter dedicated uniforms, we would use more wool. For a summer dedicated uniforms, we would use just only linen because it's lighter and more breathable. But the basic principle is still the same. So let's just show. Here I have 4 pieces and they are all wool, but let's imagine that those white are linen and those black are wool. So we go with the first layer of linen, which also creates the lining inside the uniform because it's less harsh than a wool against your skin. Then you go with the layer of thick soft wool to create some kind of a padding. Then you go with another layer of linen, but that should be really stiff, heavy, hard linen, which gives you some protection against the cuts. And then finally the outside wool, which creates the surface of the uniform. It should be black color and it should be really stiff wool. Not thick, but as stiff as possible. We already talked about that the coat is made of 8 pieces. This is the also finished jacket, just like this one. And this is the inner side of it. Of course, this is outside, this is in. At first, you take the individual pieces of the pattern and you put the layers on top of each other and stitch it through. You can create the typical pattern of those stripes, or you just go around the piece. But the main function is to connect the layers together so they don't move. And then after that you sew the pieces together, and that will create the final product, the full Nazar uniform field coat, just like this one. This was a video about Nazar uniforms, namely the field coat. If you have any questions about it, please leave us a comment. We'll definitely make more videos about Nilfgaardian gear. Till next time, Glory Nilfgaard.